Hello everyone, welcome back to Mama's in the Kitchen. Today I'm making pepperoni rolls. This was a special request and so I'm very happy to make this recipe. If you've never heard of or tried pepperoni rolls, you're in for a real treat today. These are easy and everyone's going to love them. We only need 3 simple ingredients for this recipe. We have frozen dinner rolls, cut pepperoni, you can use turkey if you want, and string cheese. Those are the only 3 ingredients we need. Okay, let's get this recipe started. This recipe is so simple and so easy. You're going to enjoy this. You can do this with your kids. Teenagers can do this themselves. It's so basic. Now we do have these frozen dinner rolls, but you can also use your own dough recipe. If you have a dough recipe that you like, a dinner roll recipe, or even a bread recipe, you certainly can use that. Okay? I don't have one of those. I want this to be simple. So I'm just going to use these dinner rolls. Open this bag here. And I'm just going to dump them out. Now, you don't have to use this whole thing. You can just use part of it. So, I'm just going to put these on the bottom. Now, see, these rolls, they have like a little, can you see that? How it's like flat on the bottom? Some of them have like a, I don't know, like a little lines or something. We're just going to flip that to the bottom. We don't even really need these to rise. We just need them to thaw. And if they do rise, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But we're not really looking for that. Mostly, we're just looking to thaw these out, okay? So I have my pan here, and I have parchment paper, and I'm just flipping these little guys over. And I'm trying to separate them because they will start to rise a little bit. Okay. I don't really want them touching. I mean, I guess if they do, it's not the end of the world, but you know how we roll around here. We're not going for perfection here. We're just trying to feed our families, right? Okay, so I have my frozen dinner rolls here. I'm just going to let these thaw out, and when they're thawed out, we'll be ready for the next step. Hey guys, one more step. I decided to go ahead and add plastic wrap to the top of these, so while they're thawing out, the dough doesn't dry. Okay, that's recommended on the back of the bag, so I decided to go ahead and do it. Okay, be back when these are thawed out. Okay, my rolls are nice and thawed. As you can see, they're about the same size as they was, but they're thawed out. See? That's exactly what you want to work with, okay? So now I have these string cheese, and I'm just cutting them up here. And these little chunks of string cheese, they're actually optional. Like, you don't have to do it. You can just have the rolls and pepperoni if you want. Or if you don't like cheese, or you're lactose intolerant, or you're allergic to cheese, it's totally optional, okay? But it will enhance, believe me. Alright, so I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. Okay, I'm going to cut up just a couple more of these, and then we'll be right back for the next step. Okay, main assembly line here. I've got my pepperoni, I've got my cheese, and I've got my dough. So I'm just going to take one of these and kind of flatten it out, just like that. I'm going to take, I don't know, 2 or 3 pieces of pepperoni like that. Put a little piece of cheese in there and just kind of close it up. Like that. Okay. Just make sure it's pinched closed. And we'll put that on the bottom. Ta-da! Okay. Now these are a little sticky, but that's all right. And You can do as much pepperoni as you want, but, you know, it does have to be within reason. Simply because, you know, you do want it to fit in there. And you can also kind of roll it like that. You just want to make sure that it's closed, that there's no little gaps or holes in there. That's it. Stretch it out like that. See how easy that is? Kind of smooth it over and put that on the bottom. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of these and then we'll be back for the next step. Okay, I got most of these wrapped. I ran out of pepperoni, so I do have 4 dinner rolls left. Boo-hoo. Those won't go to waste. Okay, so now I am just going to arrange these. And this time I am going to let them rise. Okay, and I do, like I said, I do have 4 dinner rolls left. And a little bit of cheese. But that's okay. Ain't no big deal. Okay, so I'm going to cover these with plastic wrap, and I am going to let them rise probably for about 30 minutes or until they double in size. Be back when that's all finished. Okay, these have risen for about 30 minutes, and I think that's plenty. You can let them rise a little longer if you wanted to, but whatever you wanted to do. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the package directions. And it says here to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which I've done that. Carefully remove plastic wrap. Bake 15 to 20 minutes until golden brown. Okay, so we're going to put this in our 350 degree oven and bake for 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll be back when they're done. Okay, we've taken our first set out of the oven. They were in there for about 15 minutes. Okay, and I know that you want to see the inside of one of these. Let me get a knife here and cut it open. Golden brown. Maybe I can just tear it open. Whoo, it's hot. There's the pepperoni and there's the cheese. Woo! Y'all, it's so good. I'm going to try a taste. Just a minute, y'all. Y'all, this is just so good. They're warm out of the oven. They're cheesy. They're so good. Yummy. Believe me, you're going to want to make these today. They're easy. Okay? Thank you for coming back to Mama's Kitchen. I hope to see you in the next video. Hope you have a good day. Bye.